What's up, guys? Welcome to Fit It. I'm your host, Ivan Rono. On this season of Fit It, I'll be taking you on a journey through the world of fitness. We will explore different types of training from yoga, karate, tai chi, muay thai, CrossFit, and so much more. So, guys, today we have a special guest. Let's see her. So today, guys, we are joined by the one and only Celonia Kabbia. I don't think I have done justice with the introduction. The gorgeous Celonia Kabbia. Looking good. I'm liking the stretching.
Thank you.
That I cannot do.
You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised.
We will see by the end of today.
True.
So tell our fans about who you are, what you're about.
Okay, so Celonia Kabbia, also known as Yoga Girl Kenya. About body movement, I'm in love with just moving my body. And so I've always been a dancer and I've always been into arts. So when I discovered yoga, I felt like that was it for me.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
So Celonia Kabbia will be taking me through a workout today. My very first yoga session. If I scream, nobody should laugh.
No, I'll convert you. Next time utakuwa unasema mazee, guys, you should be doing yoga.
I've always wanted to do a split.
Goal 2020.
2020
Vision 2020.
It's not too late to make goals.
I'm telling you.
I'm doing a split this year, guys.
Yeesh. Caught on camera. Caught on camera.
Okay, so let's get on with the session.
Okay. Karibu.
Celonia, why yoga?
Why yoga? To be honest, it has changed my life in so many ways. When I started, it was just one of those gym classes you go to. But now that I look back, I'm telling myself it was worth it. Mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, all aspects of my life are covered and they've improved.
Uh,
So yeah, I would never want to go back.
that's amazing. Who thought that yoga would influence so many parts of your life? Like even
True.
the spiritual side of
Of life.
I actually feel like there's something spiritual about training, pushing your body to the limit.
True.
Yeah, and you have pushed my limits today. So I know yoga, doing yoga
Man.
can help you.
Can really push you.
Can really push you.
That's true.
Right. So Celonia, how can you compare the version of you who trained yoga and I love you.
Because it's funny. I'm thinking back. I'm thinking back to who I was.
Uh-huh.
Hey, nimetoka mbali.
Ni mbali.
Ai, hata siwezi taka kurudi hapo. I'm appreciating my growth, but I'm also looking back and I'm telling myself, why didn't I discover this early? But everything has its own time. And I'm comparing myself then and now. Right now, I'm more aware. I'm more in control of my life. I'm not saying I have it all figured out, but I'm more in control. And that's what matters.
I get you. I get
Yeah.
you. Like I believe exercising and working out generally gives you some kind of hold over your life. You can control how you look when you look in the mirror,
Right?
which boosts your confidence.
Right?
Yeah, fitness is amazing,
It's amazing.
and I feel like yoga can do good to so many people.
It really can.
Yeah.
It really
Like
can.
I will start practicing yoga, and now I have you to guide me through the journey.
By all means.
So Celonia, we know everything has a hard side to it. Everything has a challenging side to it. Training is hard, even though we do it sometimes to better our lives. We do it for a bigger purpose. So what can you say are the challenges when you've encountered when doing yoga, be it injuries or anything else?
Okay, so definitely I've gotten injuries. I'm an overachiever. So being an overachiever and also knowing what's good and bad for you, that's a bad thing. Because I end up pushing myself beyond my limit. So that of course will cause injuries. And then because I've linked my yoga practice to my well-being, like let's say I have an injury and I have to go for an injury break. So that means I don't practice. So when I don't practice, what happens? I get stressed. So that's one of my major difficulties that I
You like
face.
being able to train.
Yes, I like being able to add my fitness and my yoga into my daily life. So you can imagine injury break or a situation where I won't be able to train because life happens. I really get stressed. So that's one of my biggest challenges. Yes.
That I understand. Because I train too, I know how you feel. When you train, you create some kind of link with your training. Like it becomes part of your life. You feel like you cannot go without it. Which is amazing. It's a good part of life though.
100.
It betters everything.
100. And I've also set high standards for myself. So when I come to practice and then I don't achieve a goal, that's another stress. That's another stress. But then I remind myself I work so hard, I push myself, I'm doing well, but still it's a problem. There's always that something
You want
in
to be what you envision yourself to be.
Kabisa.
I totally
Kabisa. You
understand.
totally get.
So, Celonia, to everybody out there who's thinking about trying yoga, wherever they are in Kenya or the world, what advice would you give to them?
Try and
Try.
keep trying. And it's painful, it's hard, it challenges you mentally, physically, but you keep going and going and going. There's one thing people tell me, and it really makes me mad. I don't come for yoga because I'm not flexible, because I'm not there yet, because it's boring. But that's why you come. You come to the gym to get fit, right? Or even if you're fit, you come to better yourself.
Yeah.
So that you don't go to a yoga class because you don't not go to a yoga class because you're not flexible. You go there to become flexible. Because with flexibility, your life will change. And I'm not even lying. I see your smile, eh? You know, I see where your questions are going.
Yeah, I know.
Right?
I know.
Yeah.
So I get you. I get you. Like today, I have committed to our fans out there that I am doing a split before 2020 ends.
Tamu.
Right now, you saw me fail.
Videos.
You saw me fail. But by the end of the year, it can be a challenge.
Yeah.
Somebody out there can join us.
True.
Maybe your goal can be something. It doesn't have to be the splits. It can be just holding a certain pose or doing something that you couldn't do today.
True.
That's all about fitness. Challenging yourself, getting better day by day. So Celonia, yoga I know has a lot of benefits. So many health benefits. We have talked about the spiritual aspect of it. And there is a side of it that we will touch on it as we finish.
Uh-huh.
I know that's something that our viewers will
Really
like.
want to know?
Yeah. So health-wise, what does yoga do for someone?
Okay. Health-wise. So we'll start with your breathing system. Like you saw, like I showed you how to breathe at the beginning of the session. So even just taking that deep breath in, you realized what it did to your body. Number one, you were relaxed. So I touched on your mind. I touched on your physical aspect where just being relaxed, your tension yenye kila mtu anakuanga amebeba. Unajua umebeba mizigo. So people need to learn how to relax. And through that, it really helps your mind relaxation and it helps your body to relax as well. Number two, libido sexual, especially for women, mind and body connection. You know, you don't realize you're not connected to your body until you get connected to your body.
And then you
And then you
wow,
realize, wow,
there was this other side of me.
there's this other side of me. And let me tell you, once you have that mind and body connection, your sex life changes.
So sex life.
Sex life changes. You don't expect the next person to satisfy you. You already know what satisfies. If anything, niwe unamuonyesha, ni hivi nataka. You know, because you're already in touch with yourself. You already know what you like. You already know what you don't like. So even if you're going to experiment, yes, you're going to experiment, but mind and body connection.
I get you.
Mind and body connection.
Mind and body connection. So guys, that was Celonia.
Yes.
So Celonia, how can, if somebody wants to reach you for a session or just to connect with you, how can they find you?
So you can DM me on Instagram. My page is yoga_girl_Kenya.
That should be appearing somewhere here.
Yes, it's better. And then on my page, there's my email. You can message me as well. There's a phone number that's there. But strictly yoga sessions. Watu wa DM mambo unafanyaje hatutaki. So una DM kama umeniambia unatakaje.
You can't blame them.
Yeah, I can't blame them, but still, disclaimer. So disclaimer pia, strictly for yoga.
For yoga sessions.
Just yoga. Yes.
No funny business.
No funny business.
Today's session was so fun.
Thank you.
Thank you for being on the show. And I know I'll be seeing you often. Because we have
You're ready?
nimemeka a
Tuko
lot
na
of
deal.
commitments.